Welcome to the Teaching Autism and Special Education Community Podcast. Hi, I'm Nikki, a passionate special educator, autism advocate, resource creator with over a decade of experience, and you may know me as the face behind Teaching Autism. This podcast is your go-to place for practical tips, hands-on strategies, and inspiring and funny stories to support special educators all around the world, whether it's building independence, creating engaging lessons, or finding that elusive work-life balance. I'm here to help you thrive inside and outside of the classroom. Let's dive into today's episode and make a difference together. Hey friends, and welcome back to the Teaching Autism podcast. I'm really glad you're here today, especially because we're talking about something really important and something that I think we all need to hear during Autism Acceptance Month. So for today's episode, I did something a little different, and you may have seen this being discussed on my social media the last 2 years as well, because I reached out to some amazing friends of mine who are neurodivergent, specifically autistic, and I asked them, what do you wish more people knew or did during April for Autism Acceptance Month? And their responses were actually really powerful. So today I want to honour their voices and pass on what they shared with their permission and with total respect for their boundaries and privacy. So let's get into it. Number 1, ditch the blue and wear red instead. Okay, so let's start with the colour shift, because I see so many people getting upset about this on social media because they want to wear blue because they've always worn blue. And you might have seen blue associated with autism in the past. Maybe you took part in a Lighted Up Blue campaign or Lighted Up Blue hashtags, because those have been around for a while. But here's what a lot of people don't know. So the blue came from the idea that autism was a boy's condition, and it is linked to Autism Speaks. And we know that a lot of this is not true. Autism exists across all genders, and honestly, women and non-binary individuals are often undiagnosed because of outdated stereotypes. So what colour should we wear in April? So red, gold, even the rainbow or the infinity symbol. The autistic community has embraced red as a bold, proud alternative, and you'll often see the hashtag red instead floating round. So that's what it's about, visibility, but on their terms. Number 2 is acceptance over awareness. So this one's big. You've probably heard the phrase autism awareness a million times, and yes, autism awareness matters. But here's the thing. Awareness is knowing someone's name. Acceptance is inviting them to your table and actually listening to what they have to say. Acceptance is embracing, including, learning from autistic voices, not just seeing them from a distance. It's going beyond, oh yeah, I know someone with autism, and stepping into, how can I be part of making the world safer, more accessible, and more joyful for you? It's this shift from performative to personal, from passive to proactive, and I think it's the least that we can do. Number 3. Throw out the puzzle pieces. Infinity signs are in. So let's talk symbols. For years, the puzzle piece was used as a symbol for autism. And I was one of these people who used it because I had students who would also wear the puzzle piece. And I had a student design a previous logo for Teaching Autism with puzzle pieces as well. And some organizations still use it. But the thing with the puzzle piece is that the origin of that symbol isn't positive. So it was first introduced way back in around, I think it was the 1960s, with an image of a crying child. And it was meant to represent autism as a sort of mystery or a problem to solve. And even when people try to spin it as everyone's a unique piece of the puzzle, which is what I was sort of taught when I was teaching, it still carries that undertone of brokenness. And that's not how we should be viewing autistic people. So what's better? The infinity symbol. The infinity symbol represents the diversity and the endless variation of neurodivergent minds, and it's very empowering for them. So you may see two different infinity symbols floating around. So the rainbow infinity symbol represents neurodiversity as a whole, whereas the gold infinity symbol is often used specifically for autism. So a lot of autistic individuals have asked us to ditch the puzzle piece and choose something that celebrates instead of stigmatizes. And number 4, why April can be triggering. Okay, so this part is really important and it's something a lot of people don't talk about. April is meant to be about support and visibility but for many autistic individuals, it's actually one of the most overwhelming months of the year. Think about it, suddenly everyone's talking about autism, and some of it's great, but a lot of it can be outdated or ableist or centered around maybe parents and professionals instead of autistic voices themselves. And I'm not minimizing those experiences, but what I'm hoping to get at here is that for autistics themselves, this can be quite overwhelming. And all of a sudden, people are asking a lot of questions, and some are well-meaning, but some can be invasive. And for many of our friends who are already managing maybe sensory overload, maybe they're emotionally exhausted, maybe they have past trauma from being misunderstood, April can just be too much. Like they don't have enough spoons left for it. So that's why when I reached out to my friends to put this podcast episode together as part of a previous social media post that I did, my friends agreed to take part so long as I did not tag them and name them for contributing to this. They trusted me to share their thoughts, and I'm so grateful for that. And out of respect for them, I will maintain their privacy. So if you're listening and you're autistic, I see you, I appreciate you, and I'm holding space for you this month in whatever way you need. And 5, amplify autistic voices. So one of the best things that we can do this month is to step back and pass the mic. Follow autistic creators, share their work, buy from their shops, recommend their blogs, pay them for their time, their training, their energy. Autistic people are the experts in their own experience. Let's stop centering non-autistic voices when we talk about autism. So a great place to start, if you've learned something from this podcast today, go find an autistic account on Instagram or TikTok and thank them. Tag them if it's appropriate. Share their stuff, comment, support their visibility. We don't need to speak for people, we need to listen to them. So to wrap it up, here is your gentle reminder that Autism Acceptance Month isn't about performative posts, it's about real, sustained action. So wear red, not blue. Choose infinity symbols over puzzle pieces. Move from awareness to acceptance. Respect the mental load that April can bring. And always center autistic voices. Thank you to the friends who shared their wisdom with me that I was able to include in this episode. I'm so honored to pass it on. And thank you for being the kind of person who wants to do better, who's willing to learn, unlearn, and show up with your whole heart. If you found this helpful, feel free to share it, tag me, or let me know how you're celebrating Autism Acceptance Month in your world. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep listening.